Good morning, beautiful people. This is the follow-up to yesterday's video, the teaser for the global fast. So video number 2. I want to try to answer a lot of your questions in these video sessions so that I don't continue to get hundreds of messages asking the same thing. So the video from yesterday is quickly approaching 10,000 views, and there are now thousands of people ready to fast with us. Some have already started, and some will be starting later on today, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So whenever you can start, that's great. We all don't have to start at the same time, especially being a global event. So do what works for you. And there's so much energy swirling right now. It can seem overwhelming at times. But this morning I spent about 3 hours on the paddleboard and actually fell asleep for a little bit. And I woke up about a mile out, and it was a pretty awesome experience coming back in. And to think just 2 months ago, I was, I guess, considered scared of being out there and even thinking about the whole paddleboard. So there's so much to discover beyond our fears and beyond our conditioning. So I encourage all of you to get out there and push through that, because what I discovered on the way back in was about a dozen dolphins, and they pretty much swam and jumped out of the water and were just putting on a show almost, it seemed, for about 30 minutes. And so I would never have experienced that if I hadn't stepped into an unknown and decided to go beyond my fears. So back to the fast. I mention all that because at this point you've probably shared that you're fasting with your family, your friends, people that care about you. So inevitably you've gotten that comment on Facebook, or that text message, or that phone call from the relative that you didn't even know you had that says, "Hey, are you okay? I'm worried about you. I heard you're gonna stop eating." And then they're gonna tell you how people have died from doing that and all of this. So the negative Nellies are inevitable. But people also die from car accidents, and do we let that stop us from getting into a car and driving every day? No, we don't. So it's all about perspective. People die doing just about anything. I could have died out there paddleboarding. That doesn't mean nobody should go and paddleboard. So with all that being said, I want to talk about the benefits of fasting and why I'm going to start with a dry fast for a couple of days. I'm not sure exactly how long. I'm going to see how it goes. But to me, it seems to kickstart the process of our body no longer creating energy from glucose, rather creating it from stored fat. So that process is called ketosis, which our body starts to make ketones around 72 hours after we stop eating. So if you're doing this fast for the first time and you're not really sure what's going on, that's okay, because each time is different for everybody and it's all good. So we're going to learn a lot from each other, and you're going to learn the most from yourself. So pay attention to your body, not your mind, and don't listen to what everybody else is saying, because they're not you and they're not experiencing what your body is. So that's very important. It's very important, because there's information everywhere. Pay attention to you. And remember, you create what you speak. So if you have people around you that are talking about how bad this is, then that's going to possibly impact your experience. So I'm going to start the dry fast probably around 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time this afternoon, and that's going to be that. So I love the feedback. You guys are awesome. I'm going to put the link to the first video post on this post as well, so that we can kind of chain them all together, and people that want to get involved a week from now or whatever can catch up pretty quickly with the information and where we are. So I hope that helps, and I'm thinking we could do this like once a month. We could start a new one each month, or heck, maybe I'll just keep going and not eat for a few months. Who knows? All right, it's getting long, so I'm gonna cut it short. Love you all. Have an awesome day. Talk soon.